Go ahead and tell us your first, middle, and last name.
Karen K. McGee.
Lovely. When's your birthday?
June 4th, 1952.
And what's your favorite color?
Color. I think I tend to go like yellow and pink a lot, but I like yellow considering I love daisies, and me and Mother used to pick wild daisies, and we love daisies, so I think yellow.
Do you have a favorite song?
I love all songs. I love all music. I do have kind of a Christmas song in mind that me and my daughter used to sing constantly. Like Kenny Rogers and Kenny Rogers and I think it was Naomi Judd. And it was called Mary Did You Know?
Oh yeah.
And I think I was Kenny most of the time and she was the Judd lady. Yeah. And we constantly, even when we was on the phone, we constantly sing to each other. Since she moved away, so.
I love that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, reach into that basket for me, Karen. Pull out any question, read it out loud for us on camera, and just answer it to the best of your ability.
Would you rather raise a family now or 40 years ago? 40 years ago.
Tell me about that.
Oh, it was another world back then. I don't know how people do it today. And then they say, how did you raise 6 kids? And it wasn't hard. It just come easy. Of course, all the kids helped out. All the kids, watched each other and helped each other. And it just, I would have had a dozen more.
Okay, yeah, of course, right. And what were some things that you recall, maybe even now looking back, that you feel like your mom got right in motherhood?
Oh, she was such a good mother. To me, she was unbelievable. I look back and think, how should she put up with me? I was a sick child all my life. I was a thrower-upper. And I could never make it to the bathroom, so it was changing the sheets often. I had leg aches all my life, so Mama had to rub my legs with Absorbing Junior about every other night or so. And I think at one time she told me I was in the hospital when I was a baby. I was sick, and I don't think I could drink milk anymore for some reason when I was a baby. But she didn't elaborate on my sickness.
Yeah.
She just took care of me and never said a word. So, being sick all my life, I grew up to be pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does a perfect day look like to you? Getting to talk to my kids every now and then, make sure, and that's the first thing I always tell them. They don't realize this, but as parents, that's the first thing you do when you wake up. You think, are they all right? Did they all get up and go to work? Did they, are they sick? Are they well? Or you never quit worrying about your kids. And that's a daily thing for me, just wondering. So if I get a phone call every now and then from one of them, that's a perfect day.
What's been your favorite job so far that you've had?
My favorite job I've had so far? I love being that watch operator. I love just talking to people, and of course I love working, so I've loved about all my jobs. I worked at the Sears parts place, and I love that too. I love being out in front, and I love working with people, I guess, and just talking, just being amongst people. Do you realize how much people love you? I think I do. At work when I'm sick, some people were so worried about me. My people at work worry about me. I think my kids worry about me. My daughter Jessie worries to death about me. And now my niece, I think, worries about me, but I think they do love me.
Okay.
What makes you sad/happy? Well, I get pretty emotional. Everything makes me sad anymore. I was told that not to turn the TV on by Adam and watch the news because all I did was cry about the news. So I'm just a tearjerker person. Everything makes me sad. If I see news, if I see people hurt,
Yeah.
But happy, my kids. Happy as kids and happy as grandkids. Yeah.
How many grandkids do you have?
11. Do you wish you were different in any way? Do I wish I was different? No, not really. Not different. I like the way I am. I like the way I am now. I think the older I get, the better person I get.
Okay. So I have a couple of questions for you, off-topic questions.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite body part on you?
On me? Well, this is what I always wanted. I always wanted boobs, and the boys probably knew I always said that. And I told my ex, I want boobs. Of course, we couldn't afford boobs.
Yeah.
So I said, every time I breastfed, I had boobs. So I'm like, this was great. I have boobs. So
That's why you want so many more kids.
Yeah. So when I had boobs, that was great. So then I lost a bunch of weight when I was under all the stress with my mom dying, and I was like 70. Oh no, I was probably 80 some pounds. And I'm like, wow, I have nothing. And so now I'm gaining weight and I have a little bit of boobs again. So it's my boobs. Okay. What's one thing you think you take for granted? I take for granted? I take for granted. I don't know. Getting up and being healthy every day, I take that for granted because I should say thank you for me getting up and thank you for my health and thank you for letting me go to work, which I love to do. And I see a lot of people, and especially with Adam's work, that they don't have what I have. And me be able to do the walks with him and just stuff like that, it just amazes me.
Yeah. If it's okay, if I may, tell me, you mentioned your ex-husband. Can we talk about that just a little bit? So, how many years were you guys married for?
About 20.
Okay.
20 years.
What did that marriage teach you?
Well, it ended on a sad note. And it taught me that with us getting divorced, which was unbelievable, yeah, there's a lot of give and take in marriages.
Yeah.
And I try to instill that into my kids.
Yeah.
That, I love their father a lot. And if he was to get sick today, I'd be there for him. And they need to understand that. And marriage is hard, and just try to instill about, what to expect.
Yeah.
And I have to talk to them every once in a while to tell them, this is what happens now and this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
And because they always ask me for advice. They always were saying, hey mom this, hey mom that. And I've been through it, so, I try to tell them some good advice.
And when the separation was occurring, how did you get through that?
Oh, that was pretty hard because we went through it for a long time. And then we decided that's what we were going to do. Things were rough with everybody, and the kids were upset. So I felt like maybe I could have tried more. We did try several things, counseling and stuff like that, but I think we were both hard-headed.
And is there any advice then that you would give to other people that are maybe going through, like particularly other couples, right?
Right.
Who are going through it and kind of at that fork in the road?
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of truck drivers come in. It's like almost being at a bar.
Yeah.
They're telling me what's going on in their lives, and they're like, I said, well, you know what? I'm not a counselor, but let me just tell you, it's give and take, and you got to listen, and you got to talk, and you got to communicate. Paint your perfect picture. What in the world would that be? Perfect picture. A perfect picture for me would be, here we are, me with all my kids together, all of them, and all my grandkids, snapshot. That would be a perfect picture.
What's something that you feel like you got right with motherhood? I asked you this question about your mom before, so what have you gotten right?
What have I got right? I've got 6 great kids. I miss you. I talk to her all the time. She knows that. And I always say, I miss you so much. I do. And she knows it. We talked about it way before she got sick. And we cried. And me and my sister said, what are we going to do without Mother? And I said, well, we'll do fine. We'll do fine.
Good. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us today?
I think I've probably said enough.
Yeah.
Maybe too much.
No, not at all.
Maybe too much. But I do want the kids to know that, they're always in my hearts, always in my thoughts. Always. Always and forever.